All right, so in light of the whole Terence Crawford, Joaquin Buckley thing, I want to make something clear. Just because you can fight does not mean you can box, and just because you can box does not mean you can fight. This is not pertaining to either one of them. Just so we're clear, this is not pertaining to either one of them. Yahamakala, baby. This does not pertain to neither one of them. Um, from what I've seen, Crawford can. Well, I know Crawford can fight because even in the boxing ring, he shows he can box and he can fight, and he also is very skilled and or skilled enough proficiently in wrestling that he's a problem. So he absolutely can fight. And from what I've heard about Joaquin and the different boxing camps he's also been in, he has to know how to box somewhat well enough in order to flashing lights in order to be able to be in the ring with the people who he's been in the ring with. So this is not applying to either one of them, but this is also a very true statement. Just because you can box does not mean you can fight, and just because you can fight does not mean that you can box. There is a saying in boxing that goes, and it's not literally every match, but excuse me, in every boxing match, a fight breaks out. That should tell you something. In every boxing match, at some point, a fight breaks out. That tells you that boxing and fighting are not the same thing. You can be a boxer, you could be a boxer puncher, you could be a puncher, you can be a brawler. There's there's many of different styles in boxing, but being able to box is absolutely a great thing, but sometimes you cannot box your way to a victory. Sometimes you are going to have to fight somebody. There are people who will not let up on you at all. And if you don't know how to control that distance, and if you don't know how to, because at some point with people that are, I've used it before, like a Sean Porter, he's not going to stop coming. He's just going to keep coming and coming and coming and coming and coming and coming and coming all night long. That's just what it's going to be. If you can't gain his respect and keep him off you, then you're going to be in for a very, very long night. It's not just about being able to just only box somebody and think that's going to be like, no. And then if you're a guy, even if you look at the Maidana Floyd one fight, a lot of people say that Floyd lost that fight. A lot of people think Floyd lost that fight. I don't care either way, but a lot of people think Floyd lost that fight, right? So Floyd wasn't able to just keep him on top of him and just box him all night. No, like Maidana was making it ugly, like real ugly, real nasty. He didn't care what he was hitting. He was absolutely just punching arms, hips, shoulders, anything. It don't matter. Anything I can get my hands on, I'm punching on you. So you gotta understand that they are not the same thing. A fight is how I look at it. A fight is like, this is life or death. Even if you in a boxing ring, when somebody's trying to fight you, they not trying to be pretty. They not trying to do none of that. They are just trying to physically impose themselves on you and hurt you and hurt you however they can, wherever they can. You might accidentally catch a little elbow on a sneaky sneak, catch a little headbutt on a sneaky sneak. You mean a little low blow if you could sneak one there. Somebody that's just trying to fight you, you mean like, oh, fighting dirty. I'm gonna be honest with you. It's only dirty if the referee calls it, man. If you are fighting somebody and you're man, stop before you wake your sister up. If you are fighting somebody, we fighting. There's really no rules in fighting unless the referee sees it, unless the referee calls it out and sees it. But if you can get away with it, I'm not telling nobody to intentionally be dirty. But what I'm saying is, if you can get away with it, get away with it. There are so many different sneaky tricks to the trade that people don't even understand. Even on the inside, you know what I mean? People will use the top of their head and kind of like sneakily rub the top of their head up against your nose or your eyes or whatever like that. I've had it happen to me before. Like, I never complained about it because I don't care. Like, okay, if that's what you're doing, I get it, bro. I will oblige you. I might not have no hair on the top of my head no more, or anywhere for that matter, but trust and believe me, I know how to get dirty too. I ain't the one that's gonna complain to the referee. I'm not gonna complain to the referee. I'm not the one that's, oh, he hitting me low. I'm not doing none of that, bro. You gonna get it right back, but you gonna get it worse. And I'm letting you know that right now. So if you want to go down this dark road of us, you mean being ahead, being nasty and fighting dirty, I'll oblige it. I don't believe in complaining in the ring. I'm not about to complain about none of my problems. He trying to hurt me and I'm trying to hurt him. This is not what that is. So it, that's what a fight is. A boxing match is beautiful. It's a pretty thing. It is art. Um it's controlling distance. You can also stand right in front of somebody. Even if you look at Shakur Stevens' last fight, you can stand right in front of somebody and crush them and never run at all. You could just crush them and they can't do nothing with you. There's many of different beautiful forms of boxing, but fighting somebody and brawling, those are not the same thing as boxing. And a lot of people don't understand that just because you can box don't mean that you can brawl, and don't mean that you can fight outside of the ring. It's just like when somebody is good playing one-on-one basketball. You're nice at one-on-one basketball, but you're not nice on a team. You're not good on the team at all. Like, that's just not how this works. You're not good in team ball. You're not good under a regulation whistle. When you don't have a referee in real life, there is no referee in the streets. So like, if you talking about fighting somebody in the street, ain't no rules. Somebody can kick you, punch you, bite you, scratch you, slam you, pick something up, hit you with it. It's whatever in a fight. When you are in a street fight and you fighting for your life, it is what it is. That's like, God forbid any of us land there. I'm not wishing on nobody, but that's like being inside of a jail cell. It's kind of hard to be a pretty boxer inside of an 8x10 cell. It's pretty hard to do that. Especially when you got somebody that don't care about none of that boxing stuff. All they know is they've been touching that steel, lifting them weights, building up that muscle to grab you. They ain't worried about all that, all them little being cute inside. Nah, he gonna grab you. He gonna grab you and get the dumping you and throwing you all over the place. I'm gonna keep it a bean. Boxing ain't gonna help you there, buddy. You better know and understand. You better do whatever it is you got to do to get that man up off top of you, buddy, or you're going to be in for a very long, painful stay. I'm going to be honest with you, bro. I'm not wishing that on nobody, but I'm saying, if you think you're going to pretty box your way out of that, it doesn't work that way. Not in that little cell, boss. It don't work that way. And in the streets, yeah, you can absolutely get away with boxing in the streets, but that's if you're good enough to keep somebody off of you. That's good. That's if you're good enough at distance to keep that range, and you sharp enough to keep that range to keep that person up top of you. Because remember, in a street fight, all somebody gotta do is just get up on you. They don't gotta get up on you and then don't clinch, clean break. No, if they get up on you and they grab you and dump you, I'm gonna take you for a ride. Boom, send your ass up top. It's over from there. At that point, now y'all on the ground. You better hope he don't got no good ground game, because it's gonna be a wrap for you. Like, you gotta understand, they're not the same. They're not the same world. But I also was on Joaquin's podcast just now, Brick Bros, and I told him about that name, crazy name. But anyway, yeah, I think that Crawford, and he was saying he just wanted to get to working with Crawford boxing wise, and I said cool, but I also said Crawford in that boxing ring, Crawford would tear your ass up in that boxing ring. Now, if they stepped into the octagon, I do believe it will go the other way. I think Joaquin would tear Crawford ass up if they actually stepped into the octagon, but that's two people stepping into two worlds that they're not fully versed in. Joaquin is not fully versed in boxing. And Crawford, he can wrestle and all that, and that's cool. But he's not fully versed in the full way of MMA. He's not fully versed there. And that's the difference between the two things. You can't put a monkey in the water with a fish and be like, race, and expect the monkey to win. It's just not gonna go that way. You can't put a fish on land against a monkey and say, whoever climbed the tree the fastest wins. Race. The fish is going to flounder. There's nothing that the fish can do. The fish is going to flounder and suffocate. That's it. And the monkey's going to be at the top of the tree in like 0.2 seconds. You can't step into someone else's arena and think like, oh, this is sweet. Absolutely not. That's not how that works. So I do believe that if it was boxing, Crawford would absolutely crush Joaquin. And I do believe that if it was MMA, being honest, I think Joaquin would crush Crawford. But that's them stepping into two different worlds. Like I said, I know that Crawford may be able to wrestle. He's shown that he's proficient in wrestling. But that's not all of the other arts of MMA. It's really not. And Joaquin knows enough to apply that inside of the cage, inside of that octagon. And Joaquin doesn't know enough inside of that boxing ring, distance, traps, etc., IQ, feints, ring generalship. He don't know enough to do anything with Crawford. That's just my honest opinion on it, which I've told him, you know, I mean, virtually face to face. But yeah, you know what I mean? We just gotta remember, just because you could box don't mean you can fight, dog. And just because you can fight don't mean that you could box. Fighting is life and death, and I'm really going to need y'all to remember that, man. So, that's my take on the whole situation. Let me know what y'all think down in the comments. But yeah, just because you can, I said this literally in my first ever viral video. Just because you can fight does not mean you can box, and just because you can box does not mean you can fight. And it's the truth. They are not mutually exclusive. Knowing how to box and knowing how to fight, and knowing how to fight and knowing how to box are not mutually exclusive at all. They're not mutually exclusive. So we have to remember that. But see y'all next time. Let me know what y'all think in the comments. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, and turn on that notification bell. We are on the road to 4,000 subscribers, so all that cool stuff, man. Love y'all. JYD out.